Well, extremely proud of our team with their backs against the wall today in a do-and-die situation. I challenged them before the game that old saying, play every game like it's your last. Well, we were actually facing that in our from here on out. So, I think reflected back on the Brent Favre day that he came and talked to us, and one thing he stressed was don't ever give yourself a chance to look back. So we really tried to hit him with that, and I think we showed up today and did just that. Very proud of this young man right here, Colin Cargill, coming in and doing what he obviously did for 7 2/3 innings. It was a big spark. I knew Todd right off the bat. I could tell by his mannerisms that he just didn't have it. He was really bothered, particularly when he didn't turn on the double play on the ball back to him. He went to third. I just knew that his mind was not there, that his arm was really bothering him. He couldn't concentrate. And tried to go a different way early. It didn't work. And decided to go to Colin right quick, and he finished it out. Offensively, we executed early. We applied pressure. And I think that was the key on the offensive side. Very, very happy the way we came out. I think our record, I don't have it in front of me, but our record when we score first is off the charts. We've done a good job with that this year. So very, very proud of our kids and look forward to the opportunity tomorrow.
Colin? Like Coach Berry said, we had our backs against the wall, and I told the team yesterday before we got off the bus to get back in the hotel that we had to come out fighting. We had to have more intensity today, and I think it showed on the field today that we had it.
Taylor. Like they both said, I think we came out a little flat yesterday. We weren't catching any breaks, and we weren't making our own breaks, and it kind of spilled over throughout the whole game. We started off early like that, and came out today with a little more intensity and a little more passion, and played like Coach told us to play like there is no tomorrow, because that's what we've got to do from now on, and we're looking forward to hopefully a long day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, we live to fight another day. I kind of is the best way to put it. Todd didn't have his best stuff early, and we needed somebody to step up, and Colin did it for us. And he was able to put a bunch of zeros up there for us, and we were able to keep scoring.
Questions from just the players?
Colin, were you off guard when the coach sent you down that early?
No, I told him before. I told him before I went in. I was like, Coach, if you need me whenever, it don't matter. I can come in. So I was ready.
Colin, you had to sit and watch a lot here lately. Did you get that frustration there on the mound?
I don't think so. I was always ready to pitch, and I knew that Coach Berry was going to throw me in whatever situation that he felt comfortable with. Today I felt comfortable going in at the beginning of the game because that's like I told him I was ready to go, and it worked out for me.
Were you ready for 7.2?
Maybe I didn't know 7.2, but I had to gut it out for the team.
You haven't gone this long in college. I guess high school was the last time you pitched that many innings, and you just got stronger as the game went on. Were you surprised, or?
Well, I felt a little tired there in the fourth inning. The fourth inning I pitched, and I just told myself, just keep going for the team. You got to do it for them and the seniors and everything. I didn't want them to go out with a loss today, and that's when I decided to keep going.
Colin, you're used to coming in at the end of games. Did you take any kind of different approach to coming in earlier in the game?
Yeah, I try to pace myself a little bit, and I try to make the hitters get themselves out, but make my defense work. And I guess just coming in before I usually come in, I usually just throw as hard as I can, and just try to throw it right down the middle. But I was trying to locate my pitches and trying to mix my pitches up and my delivery up.
Either one of you guys, it seems like you just kept pounding the runs up there. What was the focus after Colin came in? Was it it's like, all right, we got this? How did you approach the play? Was it any different?
Well, we knew Colin was going to keep us in the game the whole time that he was in there. But from a standpoint of him being a closer, we didn't know how long he was going to go. So we knew we needed to keep attacking and putting runs on the scoreboard just in case that Colin wasn't able to go the distance. So we took that mentality and were able to keep putting runs up, but Colin finished it out anyway. So.
D8 3-2 count at home run. Were you looking for the foul?
I wasn't looking for anything really. Just kind of fend for something right there. He gave me something I could hit, left the ball up a little bit, but I was more upset that I missed the first two pitches, and I was able to get that last one to make up for it.
Did you know it was going when you hit it?
Was that the longest you've ever hit?
I don't know. I don't keep track of stuff like that.
Taylor, did it go through your mind at all last night, today, that this might be your last baseball game?
Absolutely. It didn't last night, but today, coming out here, I was kind of soaking everything in, and I had to play the game like it could have been my last one. And fortunately for us, it's not. We get like BA said, we're going to live to fight another day. But it did as you start kind of taking everything in when for me, my back really is against the wall. My days are very limited. So.
Colin, were y'all taking a little guess on how long that home run meant for you?
I'm sure it probably went about 500 feet, but that's normal for him over there.
Blowing his head up.
Colin, did Todd say anything to you in the dugout at all tonight? I know he really wanted to do well today.
Well, me and Todd, we kind of, when he's pitching or I'm pitching, we usually don't talk to each other. We usually talk after the game. We're roommates on the road, so we usually talk in the hotel room. We usually don't talk to each other in the dugout.
Any other questions from the players? All right, thanks, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Coach, what is the injury? Start pitcher down his arm.
Well, it's a medial strain. There's no tear. It was MRI 3 weeks ago. Tried to rest him as much as we can. Our trainer, worked very hard to try to get him back. He hadn't been back. He hadn't been 100% since then. In all honesty, I tried not to use him in the Memphis series, but we got to the third game, it was a deciding game whether we locked up the second place 2 seed in the tournament. Used him 6 2/3, I think, in that game, and then got to rest him for a week into the championship game against Rice in the tournament. So he, I could just tell. When he went out there, his whole tempo. Like I said, I've been with that young man for 4 years now. I know the tempo that he establishes. I know how he works quick, and his mannerisms were not consistent with what he is when he's on. And then when he didn't throw that ball to second base, because he's a shortstop on the mound as well. He's a pretty good package. Not only is he a good pitcher, but he's a great fielder. And when he just kind of had a brain lapse and went to third, I knew that the arm was overtaking everything mentally that he was doing.
So we wanted to see him again.
Scott, what now? As far as your pitching, because that kind of takes that out.
Well, yeah. We'll see what we'll see who we play tomorrow. Obviously, between this one, we'll have to match up, try to match up with that. But we're at a point. We've been kind of fighting with 3 guys here lately. Copeland and McInnes and Colin. And Colin didn't pitch an inning in that in the conference tournament. We went through that thing. We won it without him. I hated to leave him in the pen that night against Rice. But I've seen it too many times. I saw it in the first game against Rice when we beat them in the regular season. We were up 11-2, and I pulled Copeland out after the 7th inning, and just resting his 109 pitches, and didn't want to wear him down, and they proudly came back and scored 8 on us, out of nowhere, and then Colin gets them up 3 down. So I knew that taking Scott out that night was just not the thing to do. So he was well rested today. So.